Welcome to this new series. I had the honour and privilege of spending a weekend at the British Superbike Championships at Thruxton, and I was hosted by True Heroes Racing. Now, I was able to do a series of interviews with all the team members, or most of the team members, and got a real insight into a team that is totally different from any other team in the paddock. I hope you enjoy this series of interviews that I've done and that you'll come on board and support the team. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss when a new episode drops. So this is the True Heroes Racing setup. So they've got the main Arctic there with the garage awning, and as you come to the side you've got the shop, which is crucial. Then you've got the smaller truck that's got the stores in, and as you come down the side you can look into the side of the garage where they keep all the tyres, and then you come into the hospitality area. And the hospitality area is crucial for the whole team. It's where they come to eat and meet up. And the team ethos is more than just a race team. So I've got one more victim at the BSB at Thruxton, and it's Chris. Now Chris has got quite a good story. So welcome, Chris.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Chris, now you're still serving. So you're in the army still.
Yeah.
And you're serving as a Royal Engineer.
Yep.
And how did you come across True Heroes Racing?
So about 3 years ago I went into Silverstone BSB. Whilst I was there I was walking around the paddock trying to get involved with teams because I was doing a degree in motorsport engineer at the time. Through speaking to teams, met True Heroes Racing, straight away got chatting to them, and from that was offered to come along and help, start getting involved with the team. And yeah, been with them for 3 years from that point. Yeah, and you've now completed your degree. The degree just going into my second year now, and then hoping to finish that. That's sort of work as you can with a degree. Along.
So is it what do you call it? The
distance sort of
distance
learning with a degree. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's what do they call it? Open university.
Yes. Yeah. That's it.
So open university. So you've got to put so much more effort in.
Yeah, there's a lot of work involved in it. I've took a lot of breaks from it, come away from the degree, and then I'll have to go back into it as well. So yeah, trying to work it around work and coming away and do the racing as well was fairly difficult. But sort of doing the degree without the experience, again, it'd been hard to do as well. So yeah, the team's been able to give me the experience to work alongside a degree that I'm doing. So
yeah, so you're just about to go into the second year of that.
Yeah.
So you've passed your first.
Passed the first year, yeah. Waiting on the certificates and bits from that in September, and then go into that second year of it.
Yeah. And how long do you expect that to take?
So it's supposed to be a 3 year degree. I think I'm probably going into the third year on that first year, if you know what I mean, through breaks, coming away from it, bits like that. Again, that's just working it around work, still serving, and time away racing, yeah. Yeah.
I guess things have calmed down a little bit because we're not in places like Afghan and Iraq at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. So at the moment working with the recruiting team up in York, so doing the recruiting to try and bring new people into the armed forces. So doing that, it's a bit more calm and relaxed. I'm at home, so I've got more time to do bits.
Yeah. So obviously a bit more time working on the degree.
Yeah.
Is that in a view to when you get out of the military?
Yeah, so basically looking at when my time's done within the armed forces, looking at being able to get out and work full time within the motorsport area somewhere, whether that's set up with my own business or working with one of the bigger teams. Hopefully the end goal would be to maybe make it into MotoGP, and we're working up that way. Yeah.
So what does True Heroes Racing brought for you? How you progressed through the team?
So initially, obviously, coming to the team with a general background of understanding bikes, being able to do basics, absolutely no idea of working in a paddock, never worked on sort of race bikes before or anything. So coming from that, within that first year of working on the bikes through the season and the off season, the team trusted me and let me build the bikes for them during the off season. When that then came back into the season, I got stepped up and asked to do the Ducati crew chief piece. Did that for the second and third year that I was with the team. So I was progression through the team itself, of coming in, not really a clue what's going on, and then building that up to be able to sit in a position of crew chief and run the Ducatis that were in there. From that, I've then been offered multiple little pieces to support the riders as well. One of them being Heale and MacKay across on the BTC bikes from Moto3, and then Harris and MacKay as well. Went across and helped him a couple of times. So just little pieces from being in the paddock in general, working with bikes, and then being asked to go and help with the riders, which again all builds and adds to that experience. Alongside working towards a degree and getting ready for setting up for getting out really.
And you had the opportunity to go out to the TT this year?
Yeah, so this year, through again being in the paddock and getting to know people within the paddock, got offered to go out to the TT to support Tom Whedon. Whilst I was out there and sort of beforehand we're preparing the bikes that were going, got to know Dave Hewson, who was crew chief across at Rapid Honda. Again, through working with him, preparing the bikes and working with him with bits out at the TT, was then offered to go to Heale this year to work on the Rapid Honda with Franco Born. And then from there really was asked to do the rest of the season with him, which was not a big ask, but I had to think about it in ways of, didn't really want to leave the team in the lurch because the team's got me to where I am now, with initially taking me into the paddock. But yeah, when I spoke to Phil and Lizette, they obviously explained that that's what the team's there for, to try and get people to progress. So yeah, they were happy to back me with it, and I made the move across to Rapid Honda, and now working across there with Franco Born as the on the front of the bike. And again, that all built onto my experience of what I want to build to try and set me up for later on. Without the team initially taking me in and then helping progress and teaching me as I've gone through, I definitely wouldn't be where I am now in the position I'm with. So yeah, I think for anyone looking to get involved in motorsport, whether it to be do the weekends just see what it's like, or wanting to progress for themselves, or prepare for getting out the army or forces in the future, it's definitely the perfect team to get involved with. With the environment it is, everyone's volunteers, relaxed environment, and the benefit of also, I've learnt a lot through being able to teach whilst I'm with the team. So I had the 2 years of learning myself. I've then been able to teach others that have come into the team, where I've probably learnt my most, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, passing on the knowledge that you've got, that you've gained onto others, then gives you a better understanding. Obviously.
Yeah, I think it gives you then the confidence to go, oh, actually, I do know what I'm on about. I do understand that properly. So working with Dan, who was in there, Dan Taylor, he would get involved and wanted to, but didn't really know where to. And we'd get him involved, get him in there cleaning the calipers, going through the brakes, prepping all the braking systems for the bikes. Once we got him involved in that was him. He was quite happy, he'd get on with it. He'd often ask me, like, can you check this? And it got to a point where I was like, no, you know what you're doing, you're on with it. So Dan being sort of one of the less able bodies on the team, it's been good to be able to pass on that experience to a point where it's actually built him up and he's now got confidence working on the bikes as well. So being able to now enable other people that initially wouldn't get involved through a confidence piece, now being able to. It gives them a reason to be coming along and getting involved.
And that's what's so brilliant about this particular team, is they take able-bodied and disabled bodies. I mean, we've seen that. We've got there's Chris with his one leg. Yeah, we've got
Chris with one leg. We had Dan Cleary again. He was one leg. Chris Ganley had one arm.
And of course the start was Murray.
Yeah, Murray was the start of it.
Double amputee.
Yeah, double amputee. I wasn't here with the team at the time to that. I do know Murray though through the paddock again. So yeah, an absolute array of different people on the team. Some with injuries that are obviously seen clearly with the limbs. Some with issues they're dealing with mentally. So the team is so diverse and made up of so many different parts and different cogs. It's amazing when you see it all come together and watching people develop through the team.
And I've seen that firsthand this weekend, and it is. I've been to races and stuff over the years, and I've done a little bit of racing, track racing myself, but to see this particular setup and what it's brought to people, and it's not really all about the bikes, it's all about people, and I think that's the difference between this team and all the other teams in the paddock. And I think that's something really special that needs as much support and help that it can get. I'm giving the supporters club.
No, you've got to, yeah.
I'm a supporters club member myself.
Yeah, you need it. So there's a supporters club. Obviously, there's the clothing, team clothing bits like that. So, as far as I know, people can get in touch with the team anyway online as well.
Absolutely.
Just to offer help, whether it's sort of parts, tyres, financially, things like that. So yeah, any help that anyone can put in, it needs it. And like you said, after being here just for the weekend and seeing the team, you've straight away understood it, seen what goes on and gone.
It has been really awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't explain it exactly. It's so diverse, and it's helping so many people.
Yeah.
And it's quite a lot of people not been able to make this one.
Yeah.
But I understand there's a lot more people that get to all the different rounds, and there's so much work goes into this team.
It is unreal. And then I don't know if it was someone I was going to mention there, but with the pathway, I believe they're calling it now, the pathway and stuff like that. So again, got involved with the team. I'd done a couple of track days, nothing amazing, and then through that I've been able to do 2 years racing now. So 2 years racing at club level and North Gloucester Road Racing. Which again, I wouldn't have been doing or been able to do with all the support through the team. So I can't sell it enough for people to get involved with the team through that side, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, just at the grassroots level.
The grassroots level for what there is.
And this team supports that as well.
Yeah, the team's a massive supporter of it. Getting people straight away involved, whether it's to work on the bikes, and then people that do want to get on the bike for the first time and try track. There's a support there for it. I believe there was, I want to say 10 riders, so 10 of us at Castle Coo at the last NG meeting. So 10 riders at grassroots level of people there again that are all ex-forces or still serving. Some with injuries, some without. That are all there to get on track, learn and develop through that pathway as well of being able to race and get on track, which obviously then hopefully for some of them feeds into what they've got here.
Into the BSB weekends.
Yeah, so I think to understand the size of the team, you've definitely got to come down and either, again like you've said, get involved with the club member side of it, or come down for a weekend with the hospitality and see the size of the team and go, right, see what it's about,
And to come down for hospitality, obviously, just get in touch with the team and they'll invite you down. And they'll welcome everybody.
Get to have a laugh with the people down here, see what goes on, and see back scenes really within a British paddock. You don't really see,
if you've never seen military banter, just be prepared to be maybe slightly shocked.
There's been a
bit of black humour going on.
A standard joke with it of me being called Chris Complete, because I'm fully fit, good to go, got all my limbs, and we had 3 Chris's. Myself, Chris Ganley, and Chris Duggan. So them two both missing limbs, and then myself with limbs. There was a standing joke going for a long time of, right, that's Chris Complete, and you've got Chris and Chris Duggan. So the humour is mega. You can't beat it. And I think that's what's good about it. You bring the people that have now, especially the ex-serving personnel, that maybe can't find that sort of what we used to call banter or that camaraderie within Civilian Street. You can come along, get involved with the team, and you'll find that camaraderie again.
It's there.
In a very relaxed environment. It's not like a military environment in the terms of how you'd find a military background, but the sense of humour, the personalities and everything there. So a good relaxed environment to come get involved in, get that humour back there. Good bit of camaraderie for people that maybe at home and need to be out and getting involved.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely good for that. it's a good crack. It is good, yeah.
Terrific. Thanks very much, Chris Complete.
No worries. Cheers for having me. Thank you.